Good morning, everybody. It's Eric from the Reptile Room. This one's for the artsy-fartsy folks out there. So we actually support 3 taxidermists here at the Reptile Room, and let's start over here with West Vulture. Now, for those of you who don't know, taxidermy is the art of preserving life after death in the tasteful display of the remains of said creatures. Now, we'll start with Miss Jess's thingamabopper here, so we can see she's got a nice assortment of skulls. We've got some cat skulls. I think that one's a deer. That one, I have no idea what it is, but it's pretty nifty neat. And we've also got some wet specs here. This is when you take the animal and you preserve it in, I believe, formaldehyde or isopropyl alcohol, something like that. So we got like a little hog nose, ball python. This right here is pretty neat. This is a diaphanized fish, and there's some chemicals and some science that goes into that to make a lot of the tissues transparent. I don't know the science, so I'm not going to speak on it too much. And we got teeny tiny little rodent skulls and a moose jaw. Then moving down from there, we've got a bunch of other wet specs. That right there is the business. She does some nice stuff. A bearded dragon. These are sea urchins without the spikies on them. And then we move down into the entomology section here. We've got leaf insect, nice swallowtail, tiger swallowtail butterfly, fish, stickers. Those are derived from non-animal products.
Don't forget the squirrel testicles.
What?
Here, I'll do that for you.
These in these little jars right here, those are, well, we say squirrels love nuts, so we've taken their nuts and we've put them in jars. It's interesting. And then these down here are just classic old shed snake skins. When the snake sheds, they leave a layer of skin behind, and we collect that stuff because we're a little eclectic and whatnot. Same with tarantulas. When tarantulas molt out, this is what they leave behind, and so that is what we got. Now, moving over from there, we've got Cuskulls. This is Steve's taxidermy. Some of it, not all of it. That right there, for example, is a snake that didn't make it out of the egg that we just popped in the compost, and a couple years later, voila, bing, bang, boom, we had a little articulated snake skeleton in the egg, which was kind of fun. And then that right up there is Medusa. And she was actually a corn snake that we had produced and had here for a few years. And she was a gold dust corn snake that had a condition called polycephaly, or two-headedness. In humans, we call it conjoined twins, so it's interesting that we call a two-headed snake, but not a two-headed person, because they're two different people. So arguably, it's two snakes with one body. Now let's move down from there. We've also got some of these nice crystals from Mr. Steve in the core of some horns from some kind of large ungulate animal. And then moving down from there, we got some snake jaws. Lovely little clay snake that someone made for us. We're not selling that one. That's just for funsies. And then, yeah, that's Mr. Steve's. We also got some, I think that's an otter skull in there. Fun stuff. Now, we also have this lovely gumball machine from Cuskulls, and you don't want to try chewing these. They are gonna, well, not go down nicely, because in here we have things like stickers, vertebrae, whatnot, and if you pull the lucky draw, you'll actually get a token, and then you get a larger prize, which is like that right there. And then our most recent display here from West Coast Macabre up there. We have all sorts of fun things in here as well. It's pronounced macabre. It's macabre in the English vernacular. Okay, Amber says it's macabre. I beg to differ. I'll put it in captions on the screen what the pronunciation of that word is. But she's got some lovely stuff as well. She's got some mounted insect parts. We've got some soft-shell turtle skulls, which I'm quite fond of. Some tattooed pig skins. I like to think that there's just some really hardcore pigs out there that are just sitting there getting ink. Maybe they could join the Bacon Brothers. We have some inked up pigs. Just to be clear, tattoo artists will practice on pig skins after they come off of the pigs, generally speaking. Over here we have baby shark doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. This is a hammerhead shark wet spec. I think this is the fetal form yet, but that's pretty neat. I'm a big fan of that. And then we've got some lovely articulated tarantula there. We've got a Asian forest scorpion as well. Nice butterfly. I don't know what kind of butterfly that is. My brain wants to say Queen Alexandria butterfly, but I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I've done butterfly research. We got some keys to the kingdom. Just to be clear, those don't come from animals. This is not a naturally forming structure in the skeletal system of any animal that I'm aware of. So those were manufactured by people. And then moving down from there, we have that real stunner, another butterfly. I'm not familiar with the species, but real pretty. And then a death's head moth. If you're a big Silence of the Lambs fan, you probably recognize this moth. This is Hannibal Lecter's favorite. Now, if you want to get a pet animal, but you don't have the room to give it proper housing, or you don't have the time to feed it, taxidermy might be a good option for you. They're very low maintenance. Anyways, that's all for today, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.